Friends, countrymen, and Agnel members, lend me your ears. I come not to bury Ishwar, but to praise him. The actual dialogue is I come not to praise Caesar, but to bury him. So, Ishwar, thank you so much for that sneak peek into your life. You took us through a beautiful journey of your life, starting from your childhood to your life in the big city. You took us through your adolescence. Your words were a beautiful picture. I could almost imagine little Ishwar running around in that small town with lofty dreams and an enviable sense of curiosity. Again, the way your adolescence, your insecurity, it was portrayed so well in your speech. I could identify with certain aspects of my childhood when I thought I went through a similar stage. What stood out really for me in your speech was your hold on the language, your vocabulary. You are definitely a wordsmith. I will leave it to the grammarian to list out the words that you spoke, but it was really an eye-opener, and I really loved your command on the language. So when you have that brings me to the second part of what I actually liked about your speech, is the confidence that the confidence with which you speak and when you're looking at the audience and speaking. And again, bringing to my third point, your diction. There is so much of clarity in what you speak. Every word is very clear. Anybody sitting, whether in the first row or the last row, can hear you very clearly. Your sentences are crisp. All these are good aspects of your speech. So when a speaker is confident, it automatically engages the audience, and the audience is willing and sitting there and willing to listen to what you have to say to us. Another thing that caught my attention was the pace of your speech. Neither was it too fast, nor was it too slow. And you used pauses at the right time. For example, when you spoke about that image of the globe that you found, or when you spoke about your evolution to the city when your dad had a transfer. So all three paused to give us that effect. Those were pivotal points in your life, and you gave us that time to absorb that. So pace and pause are extremely important. You have done that great justice. Now you spoke about consistency. So along with consistency, what we need to do is also have incremental improvements. And I have few suggestions for that. One of the things that I constantly told people is you need not announce what you are going to do. When you started off with your speech, you spoke, you said, you gave us that dialogue, Romans, lend your ears. And then you went on to explain, I'm going to connect this to the speech. No need. When you connect it, we will listen to you. Or the title of the speech, you're standing here and then suddenly you realize that the title should have been something else. No need. We are here, we can understand. We understand. There are a couple of other instances where you kept announcing what you're going to do. And what happened was it ate up a lot of your time in the beginning. By the time you actually started your story, it was too late. And there was a rambling quality to your speech. Obviously, that's because there was lack of practice and you kept talking about what you were going to speak. So that left a lot of unconnected aspects to your speech because you said you will connect the Romans aspect at the end. That got left behind. And even the practice. If you had even said out your speech at least once, you would have known it would have taken everything. So these are a few things. All in all, you're a very confident speaker. You have amazing diction, pause, clarity, everything is there. All you need to do is give a little bit of, if you can overcome these peccadillos and give a little more thought to your content and prepare a little more, you are on your way to conquer the world, just like your own.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lipi, for the detailed feedback. And now I'm going to invite Toastmaster Ravi for giving evaluation for Toastmaster Ravi.
Right. So I will be evaluating the each only on the basis of your vocal variety and the vocabulary languages we use. Right. So the things I was that you were maintaining a good eye contact with all, right? So from the left side to the right side. The volume with which you spoke was good, so that we were all able to hear you well. The pace that you spoke with, for most of your speech was a good one. It was not too slow and not too fast. Now, the topic that you had, like is a box of chocolates. So there were ample instances where you could have used vocal writing and you use your hands or legs. So to give you an example, when you spoke of that guy who got 99.7%, you spoke that in a flat voice. You could have used one guy's keyword 99.7 or when you heard the people speaking about you and you said bro that was me. So that way you could have said no bro that was me. Like, so to give some no like expression. You were a chance to speak a bit slowly in terms of the speed. Like when you heard that I knocked me down, so you could have said I knocked me down, and then you use a gesture for that, right? Or when you heard that it was a question of do I give up or do I keep swinging? So overall, a good speech. You had good eye contact. Your volume was good. You can include a lot of vocal variety and use some more hand gestures and all. I will challenge you to take this speech again and include all this. Thank you.
Excellent evaluation, Toastmaster Ravi. Now I'm going to invite Toastmaster Ramesh for giving evaluation for Toastmaster with this presentation.
मर्डर करेंगे मर्डर करेंगे मर्डर करेंगे.
When I heard this speech title, I was interested what my target speaker Ajay was going to speak. And after that, immediately when he started his speech, he asked one question: has anybody performed a murder? And I got hooked to his speech. And I was interested and engaged throughout his speech till the end. So this was the first point that I liked about speech. I mean, your target was to engage the audience, and you did this, and the purpose of your speech was fulfilled. And there are several examples of that. First was asking the question. There were questions you asked about who performed the murders, and then several questions to leaders and me and other questions. Second thing was that you, at the end, you called leaders and engaged everyone and told us to dance. So that again engaged everyone of us. That was the first point I liked about your speech. Second thing I liked was the analogy which you used. I mean, borders and then relating it to stopping our bad habits. So that was very interesting, and that is what I liked about your speech. The third thing that I liked about the examples that you gave were very relatable. You mentioned about Dheeraj and his exercise, Libby and her food habits. So it was very relatable. We could all relate with that examples. Now, in order to improve your speech, I would have like to have three suggestions for you. First one is that in an audience engagement, when you are asking a question, pause for a moment and expect the audience to answer, and then you start. Like you mentioned about Dheeraj, you asked the question about Dheeraj, and then immediately you started speaking. So that should not be the case while you are engaging audience. Second thing was you gave too many examples during your speech. Like first was about Dheeraj, then about Libby, then about yourself, then your friend Robert, and then about us. So I think I would have limited the examples to at least three to make it more engaging and a better put your speech in a better the point in a better. The third thing I liked about your speech was little bit of practice was needed. Like you forgot and then you were kept on seeing the mobile, and also your coordination with the projector that could have made. So overall, a very good speech, a very good audience engagement, good analogy of comparing murder with the losing habits examples, relatable examples, and if you can wait for the audience to react, then give optimum examples and practice for your speech, you will take your speech to the next level. That's it.
Thank you for the detailed feedback, Toastmaster Ramesh. Now I'm going to invite Toastmaster Agnel to give evaluation for Toastmaster Ramesh.
My target speaker is the one who is continuously in each successive speech we deliver on this stage. I will follow the CRC method to evaluate your speech. I will give 3 commendation and 3 recommendation. So I will start with the commendation part. The moment you came on the stage, you grab the audience attention by doing the act of cleaning the stage and later on adding humor to it. So it's a very clever way of using the time that was allotted between your actual speech starts. Kudos to you. You asked a very logical and tricky question that how we can make 9 secrets, 10 secrets. So everyone thought it very simple and everyone tried to attempt it. So this is a very clever way of engaging the audience and bringing them on board with your speech. Kudos to you. And third commendation is that you added one engaging presentations and in that you ask question to the right whether you choose option A and option B and you reveal the result of it later on. So during this time people were eagerly wanted to see that what is the result, where they sit in this option A and option B. So again, a good strategy for audience engagement. Now, as we all know that every good speech has an option of becoming better. So I have 3 recommendations for you. You could have used the stage more optimally. Like when you said option A, you could have done this way. Option B, you could have done this way. Your presence was already limited to this space when you were tracking front and back. So that can be improved. One more thing that your activity, your whole presentation appeared like an activity. We missed your personal story, personal anecdote. If you would have added personal anecdote, this would have a lasting impression on our mind. Third point is, like it is saying, good music happens between the notes. So the good speech happens between pauses. And then later on your speech, I found that you were rushing for your speech. Maybe it was a technical glitch, but you could have cut short your speech. You need not to rush for your speech. You need to add proper pauses. Overall, you completed your project objective. Overall, good and engaging speech. You only need to work on the stage movement, add personal anecdote whenever possible, and add pauses. Thank you. Over to you, Chandra.
Toastmaster Dheeraj. And next, I'm going to invite Toastmaster Mahima to give evaluation for Toastmaster Dheeraj speech.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster delegates. Today I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Ruchi, who shared a personal experience at the time of his mentoring journey. She captivated our attention throughout the speech, from start till the end. She delivered not through the content, but also through flawless delivery and structured speech. You have in your speech, you have a well-structured speech. You have an introduction, and in the body part, you have a personal story to share with the audience, and at the end, you have concluded it. Secondly, the objective of your project, you have successfully completed it. Other than that, in your speech, you have a voice modulation and a body language. So whenever there is some transition between people, you are increasing your voice, you are acting, you are using your hand gesture, and even you are using your face expression to deliver it. So it was quite attractive towards the audience. There are a few recommendations which I thought. Your introduction to the speech can be a bit more to build up your speech. So you have just given a small introduction and your personal experience. The stories was 4 to 5% you have experiences. So we can decrease it to 3 or 4 people. So you have a more part of an introduction and a conclusion. Secondly, the punches can be delivered better. Like few punches which you have used are good, but it can be delivered with a better, with a little bit of practice. In conclusion, it was amazing content coupled with great storytelling and experience. Throughout, there always a room to grow. Toastmaster Ruchi, you have done a fantastic job and would like to witness such more speeches in the future.
Thank you very much for nice feedback. And last is Toastmaster Vidya, to give evaluation for Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti.
It was a challenging project. 15 to 20 minutes on stage, give an informative speech, and conduct a Q&A session. But Sangeeta Shruti, it was not a challenge for you. You so successfully and smoothly conducted the project. So, what I like about the speech, beautiful stuff. Why? She gave an idea of what the speech is about because there was information, informative speech and Q&A. So she gave what is this kind of project. She gave an idea of what the thought process was before finalizing the topic. So very good start and I really liked it. It was an informative speech and a great choice of topic. Who doesn't like money, right? Is there anyone? No, happiness kind of money helps. So great topic. It was not preachy. I felt it was not giving conclusions, but giving that thought in people's mind. Okay, what is this? If this is then what you want to do or what you can do. So that was a great way of telling about something. The structure that you adopted was, I really liked it because it was not like giving speech information and then Q&A because people can forget what they had seen or what they understood. So with the speech, you went through that question and that was a great structure, especially for money because as the topic is going, the question arises and you were ready to answer that. So I felt that was a great structure. So good job in that part. Your entire speech was aligned with the topic, that is parallel. So you wanted to break that and that was very well aligned throughout your speech. You gave a lot of scope for audience to ask questions. So that again was very good. In terms of your delivery, great confidence on stage. You were comfortable on the topic and on stage when you said, I don't know, I don't have money. How can I build wealth? So the way you said, a great way to engage with the audience. Now, few aspects where I feel you can improve in any such kind of question and answer. One is positive reinforcement, positive reaction. So when somebody is giving answer, it might not be wrong or as per your expectation. But what we need to do is positive reinformation so that they don't feel, oh, should I ask question? Should I was my answer wrong? Then what? So positive reinforcement. How? If the answer is not as good, it was good, but we can think more. Okay, so that kind of approach. Then don't disrupt the question. Try to conclude or summarize their question and at the end ask whether they understood what you are giving. And if they didn't or you felt it is incomplete, let's talk this later so that you are able to manage the time as well. Conclusion, I felt if you could have summarized all what you wanted to share, that would have been great. To summarize, positive reinforcement, very important in question answer session. Let people complete so that everyone understands the question. But you had a great start, informative speech, completely aligned, and then structure was really great. All the best to all your future success.
Excellent evaluation by Toastmaster India. And every evaluator covered all the committee properly, so there is no feedback for the evaluators. And all the speeches have two things in common. What is that?
Audience engagement.
Yes, one is audience engagement. And every speech has message. So today's speech marathon is what for each and everyone in the room. So big round of applause. I'm going to invite Toastmaster Neeraj to give time report for the evaluators.
Toastmaster Praveen to
Blue one, blue one. Blue.
Okay.
The audience.
Toastmaster Praveen took 3 minutes 20 seconds. Toastmaster Dharmesh, he took 2 minutes 45 seconds. Toastmaster Mahima, she took 1 minute 51 seconds. And Toastmaster Vidya, she took 3 minutes 17 seconds.
Toastmaster Vivi and Toastmaster Mahima. No, Mahima is
Mahima
Mahima is qualified.
Mahima is qualified.
Okay, okay, fine.
1 minute and 30 seconds.
Thank you. Madam, you will invite Toastmaster Vivi.
It was excellent speeches and evaluations. Yeah, please record this that Rajesh have used 4 hours in his speech. Neeraj have used 10 plus hours. Shashank have used 1 word that is so 6 times. You can increase that word with another. And you also have 10 plus hours. Dharmesh have used 7 hours. And they have used 1 hour. And he have used I believe 2 times. 1 2 times. But they have used 2 times R. And Mahima have used 6 hours in her speech. And Libby have used 1 hour and Praveen have used 1 hour. Okay, thank you.
No single hand. So next is grammarian for today, Toastmaster Shashank.
Today be my first time grammarian. Many words and many things I have missed actually. Sorry for that. So, first of all, today's word of the day is used by Shubham, Ravi, Ajay, Dheeraj, Lipi. And to be very sadly, we can say that phrase of the day is used by only Dheeraj.
Secondly, improper usage. In improper usage, there are few lines like, this movie is Batman. Instead of this movie, the movie is Batman. It should be like that. Secondly, opportunity, knock down on my door, knock down my door. Instead of that, opportunity, knock my doors. Thirdly, I converted from that I secure job. 4 days when he got admit, instead of that when he got admission. Next is the word used. To be very frank, Ishwar, I am not able to understand your language because I am very unfamiliar with the words you have used. So very few words I can able to understand and capture. So one of that is peculiar, stumble. One word is build strong. That is first time I am listening. And one is quiz. I am not getting what that is. Quiz. Okay. Then Ravi has used depicted, mesmerize. Ruchi has used foster. Dharmesh has used analogy. Mahima has used captivated. Vidya has used positive reinforcement.
Report Toastmaster Shashank. And I think first time Toastmaster Neeraj and Toastmaster Shashank. Even Toastmaster Neeraj came to the stage and tried without seeing script. That was really good because as a first timer, you tried this and really appreciable. Also, you started with quote when you explain your role, but when it comes to the speeches and evaluation, you have to take the script. If you are not confident enough, you have to take the script and tell that this is the timing for icebreaker, this is the timing for prepared speeches. So for that, it's your it's okay to take a script sometimes. Your no recommendation, you did a very well job. And next is grammarian. You also come up with a story related to the language and the grammar that was really nice. And also the word of the day and phrase of the day is also very unique. People use today, and you also did a very good job by noting all the improper usage and outstanding word as well. So good job today. Next is our counter for today's meeting. Toastmaster humor, whether it's a star, whether it's a counter, whatever, whenever he comes to the stage, he came with a lot of humor, and I really liked it. And as a counter, you mentioned all the hours, but with respect to that, you have a responsibility to know the pauses also, to know some repetitive words as well. Like I have a habit of saying, you know many times, so you have to note that as well. But otherwise, good job today. Now come to today's meeting. Starting again, Sadhikata, Toastmaster Shiva. So with a big smile and full of energy, he started meeting. I think 3 minutes late because I was late today. Sorry for that. And you mentioned all the ground rules and regulation, and also you mentioned the club so that told everyone to stand. So that was a good job as a staff. And I think you were also going on the first time. So big round of applause for you. Next is presiding officer, as usual, very motivating story. And also he mentioned the guest as well, welcome guest, and introduce him more. So no recommendations for you. Next is our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rajesh. I must say that he created a hype before the theme as well. So that was very unique. And also he came sending videos to us, also like a dress code as well. So that was really appreciable. Also, you mentioned the structure of the meeting in the starting itself. What I really like, not only about the thing, but the evaluation villains. And you didn't stick to male, but you talk about female as well. So I really liked it. Audience engagement was there because you asked everyone about their favorite villain. Humor was there, and the quiz was really amazing. Everyone enjoyed that part. So kudos to that. There was few recommendation to improve on the next level. I think there was a little bit of low energy as a teamwork. Whenever you come on the stage, you have a big smile and a lot of energy to handle the stage. You are the MC for the meeting. Next is you have to pass on the control to every role player. Maybe it's a first time because of that you forget that sometimes. That's okay. And after every speaker, you can add one word to appreciate the speaker as well. So, and one more thing, you didn't ask me my favorite dialogue. That upset me, but otherwise, because I can. But after my evaluation, but you did a fantastic job as a teamer. Just put that Tika and you will be the cute villain. Everything was black and then Tika. So you will decide. Suddenly,
Please, chalo, continue, please. Disrupting.
So, overall, it's really good because there was so much of learning for each and everyone with all the speeches. I must say that every speech had some call to action and message for everyone. So I feel that today's meeting is very worth, and I really like that. Second was every evaluator was so honest, up to the point, and they gave the honest feedback to each and every speaker. Overall meeting was also started 2 minutes late. That was okay. And few recommendation for the expo. I think like Libby started last year. That 5 minute someone is came to the stage and they talk about roles. You remember that? You remember that? So I think you can continue that because for the new role players and also do the briefing before that because sometimes they feel confused. So that will help them. Otherwise, it was wonderful. Back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Amrita, and apologies for missing out your name. And now I would like you to, tell your
Dialogue.
My favorite dialogue, you can guess that movie name, where Nana Patekar neighbors. He organized a party for his wife's birthday, and Nana Patekar come with a bullet and he started firing bullet. And then he told that. आपने क्या तीर मारा है आपका क्या कंट्रीब्यूशन है इसमें बीसीबी बिहेव लाइक अ ग्रोन अप चाइल्ड चाहिए इसमें ये पार्टी इज ओवर अग्नि साक्षी यस अग्नि साक्षी
Before we conclude the theme, I would like to ask the guests, what was your experience? You are the guest.
It was very good actually to see. It was like I came here before also twice or thrice, but it is highly motivating me to join so that I can also talk the day still.
One dialogue. Villain dialogue.
Actually, I support you. This I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's okay.
Anyone else? Any other?
Presiding
I
officer.
will take care of this.
Presiding officer.
So, what are the lessons that we can learn from Hollywood villains? Okay, so I have noted down a few lessons. One, never lose sight of your priority. So in Sholay, when you know, in his cave, Gabbar is there and Basanti is there, and Gabbar's henchmen they bring Viru, and then one of them, I think Samba or someone says, Basanti was acha naachti hai. So Gabbar's priority is clear. Matlab, he wants to kill Viru, all that is fine, lekin pehle naachna. Okay, so he gets Basanti to dance. Okay, and this is not only with Gabbar, even if you take, for example, Sukhdev. Okay, towards the end, the villain gets to dance with the three heroines. Okay, that is his priority. Baki, murder to sab chalta rahega, but this is something. So the lesson we get is, see, we may have, as Toastmasters, we have a lot of pressures at home, we have pressures at work. We should not lose our priority about Toastmasters. Like Adira had said, we have to take the time to come. Okay, so that is one of the lessons that we get. Second is communicate your vision. In most of the dialogue, the villains towards the end, they take some time to explain what they have done, why they have done, what is their vision. I don't know if you have seen the movie Shaitan, okay, where Madhavan actually he says he has a grand vision. What is the reason he is doing that? And this is something which, if you give him a chance, he'll deliver a TED talk on that. Okay, so this is something, and that is for us as Toastmasters, the importance of communication. So villains would make very good Toastmasters. And maybe the other way around.
Ah, exactly.
Third is live it. Do you think villain would have? He would watch, right? He's not a guy who would drink a tarra or something like that. That is what a hero does. If a hero would eat and he eats pani puri at a stall. It's not that a villain would go to a 5-star hotel. So they have a particular standard of okay. That is they don't lower their standard. Fourth, if you take a hero, the hero would say, "Kutte ka mere, main tera phone pe jaanga." Do you think the villain will say that? But he will do it. Villain actually does. So the hero only talks, the villain actually does. So walk the talk is something that you can learn from a villain, Bollywood villain. Okay.
I'm inspired, I'm inspired to hear.
Yeah.
He is eventually a really villain.
Exactly. Exactly. The fifth, and important, I think who's from HR, Vicky or from HR. So, villains have very big organizations. Yeah, I see one more. Okay. So villains are very good organizations, but they don't have this bell curve and everyone ready to performance improvement program. They don't like, they just shoot and finish it off. Take Shakar, okay, he thought one of his people was actually, you've seen that scene from Shan. He feels one of his people, one of his persons is a spy. He just throws him to the crocodiles. Okay, game over. So they are not people who get bogged down by red tape and all that. They are very efficient in decision making. That's how they run their organization. So these are some life lessons I thought we can learn from. So another thing, today's morning like I was reading. There's a lot of resistance, against Bollywood for nepotism. So this is only with the heroes. Have you ever seen that villain's son or daughter becoming a villain? It never happens. Because villains are more, I would say, even they don't indulge in this kind of a thing. Okay. And recently there is also a move which is going on that Ratan Tata passed away recently, and they have like Statue of Unity for Sardar Patel. They are thinking of making a statue of humanity for Ratan Tata, which is even bigger than that. I would say you should make a statue of Hillary even bigger than that. Given all these kind of qualities which are there in business. Okay, maybe I'll pass on a resolution and you can sign on that. Okay, so that's it. I think I got the indication that my time is up. Okay, so I would now pass it on to the president.
Please, first of all, put your hands together for the promotion. It really occurs that people are clapping for the villains.
So means you are enthusiastic and motivated. So as we are running out of time, we will quickly move to the voting. So please vote for the best speaker, evaluator, role player, and auxiliary role players, and do it fast. Meantime, I will make some announcement. Yes, please raise the vote. Okay, so like those who have completed level 2 or those who are about to complete level 2 before December, please start preparing for the international speech contest. That is the right platform to learn how a good speeches are, how you can become a good speaker. So try to complete a level 2 if you have not completed, and approach VP education for those who are nearing to the level completion, level 2 completion. One more thing, right now, like we are vying for Torchbearer Award. So for Torchbearer Award, we need 10 members to pay till September 2025. So already 5 members have paid for this annual membership till September 2025. Those who feel that they are going to stay in the Toastmaster for 1 year, please approach Rohit us and make your payment so that our club gets Torchbearer Award. We have next meeting on 9th of November. Please note 16th of November and 23rd of November. We will make that announcement, and also on 13th of November. One more statement, like whenever we give the feedback slip, please fill it, because this helps the people to evolve, to learn where they are lacking. You are listening to their speeches, please give your input, and this is how we will become better. And one more thing that as you like our treasurer is now has got one opportunity in district leadership, so he has resigned from the EXCOM post. So treasurer post is vacant. Those who wish to be part of EXCOM may join us. I will circulate an email, and those who are interested can go back and join us on board. Thank you. Are we done with the poll? Yeah. Anyone wishes to say anything during this convener contest here? Convener of the contest. Want to say anything? Okay, anyone from the member want to say anything?
There's a division contest happening on 10th of November for Division D, for which I am the area director. So I cordially invite all of you to come and attend the division contest. We take.
10th of
November.
The registration link has been sent.
Yeah, I will share it in the group of kids and allow it.
Voting done?
Oh, not yet.
Event free.
Free? Is there one?
Toastmasters International does not sponsor catering expense.
नहीं तो किसी को बोलना पार्टी देने के मीरा दे संगीता श्रुति can decide.
Winner of the contest will give the party. This is announced. Two winners. They will 20 on Saturday.
It's last one.
So it's now time for result announcement. So we will first welcome the icebreaker, Master. Each will be some other student. Now we will go for best auxiliary role player. Any guesses?
Jasha.
One more guess.
Shubham.
Toastmaster Shubham. He is performing two roles, and Zoom master and also as our counter.
Party.
Now we'll go for best role players. Any guesses? It's very obvious. Toastmaster Agnel. Yes, you want to pencil your favorite arrow.
The villain of the day.
Without the tika.
I don't like this dialogue, but I just, this is the one that is coming to my mind. Okay, it was like it is coming out of the
Or change them.
So there is this movie called China.
You said the China video.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
We can take everything but
Right,
right.
right.
You can use book the video, which you said everything.
Chalo.
So there is this, it's not a, you know this movie Golmaal?
Yeah.
Not this one, the old one.
Yes, yes.
So Uppal Dutt का एक है, अच्छा, okay, so he says, तुमने मर्डर कर दिया है मर्डर, मैं तुम्हें साफ कर दूंगा, something like that he says, but I like this Uppal Dutt's dialogue very much. I forgot.
Okay, so we'll go for best evaluator. Any guesses?
Yeah.
वो पार्टी के
Party.
लिए तो साथ में पार्टी
Party. Today Rohit Das and Rajesh are giving party.
ये क्या announcement है? Next announcement.
No, you don't win the one.
Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you.
And best speaker. Any guesses? Ruchi. Toastmaster Rohit Das.
सेव करना है क्या?
Now this Jagan I have officially announced the close of this meeting. We will now have one group photograph and we are open for application.
And party session.
एक्चुअली दो